Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly you can hear everyone's thoughts, not their voices, not what they choose to say, but the raw, unfiltered noise inside their minds. At first, it feels like a superpower. You walk down the street and instantly know who's lying, who's scared, who secretly hates their job. No more fake smiles. No more guessing. But then, it starts getting louder. You hear strangers judging you as they pass by, friends smiling at you, while their thoughts say something completely different. People you love thinking things they would never dare to say out loud. And that's when the real problem begins. Human thoughts are not polite. They're messy, selfish, impulsive, and sometimes cruel. The brain doesn't filter thoughts. Society does. And now that filter is gone. Privacy disappears overnight. Relationships collapse. Trust becomes meaningless because honesty is no longer a choice, it's forced. Arguments don't start with words anymore. They start before anyone even opens their mouth. Imagine walking into a room and instantly feeling hatred, jealousy, desire, fear, all at once. Your brain was never designed to process that much emotional data. Psychologically, this will be devastating. The human mind relies on silence, on not knowing everything. Hearing every thought would overload the brain, leading to anxiety, paranoia, insomnia, and emotional burnout. Sleep would become nearly impossible because even in silence, the thoughts never stop. Society would change fast. People would avoid crowds. Cities would feel unbearable. Public places like schools, offices, and subways would turn into mental torture chambers. Some people would isolate themselves completely. Others would wear noise-blocking technology just to survive daily life. Ironically, lies would become more valuable than ever. People would train their minds to think nothing. Meditation wouldn't be spiritual anymore, it would be survival. Those who could control their thoughts would gain power. Politicians, leaders, manipulators, the ones with the quietest minds would win. And love? Love would be the hardest part. Because hearing someone's thoughts doesn't mean they don't care. It means you hear their doubts, their fears, their fleeting moments of weakness, the thoughts that were never meant to define a relationship. You'd realize something uncomfortable. Not every thought reflects who we truly are. In the end, this superpower wouldn't make humanity stronger. It would expose how fragile we really are. Maybe the ability not to hear each other's thoughts is what allows us to live together at all. And if this kind of content makes you stop and think, consider supporting the channel by subscribing. It genuinely helps more than you might think. And it keeps videos like this coming. Thanks for listening.